folks, we're back again. I am broadcasting from a bathroom in Hollywood. But how did we get here? There is the real question. How did we get here? After the last video, I met some truly crazy people in Portland. I met a whole bunch of homeless musicians that played ukulele, which was hysterical. I met a random guy who was a Mennonite who went to like church 40 miles away from where he was. And we discussed life and the universe at length. Met a whole bunch of pole and burlesque dancers, and ended up having a completely insane med student check into my hostel in Portland. Bonkers, genuinely bonkers. She was experiencing what it was like to be sober. I think it was quite a new experience for her. We had a few cash complications after the last video. I suddenly discovered that I'd gone through my account in the UK much quicker than I'd expected, and some of the other money that I had coming in from Australia hadn't been processed yet. So I got to the point where I tried busking. Thing is, I asked the med student to wander around and film me while I was busking, and she did. Yeah, with a little bit of footage of it here, I suppose. But not before she wandered off for about 15 minutes and filmed some of the most random shit you could imagine at the farmer's market. She then returned just in time to witness me playing Albi the Racist Dragon to about a dozen fifth graders.
In the marmalade forest, between the make-believe trees, in a cottage cheese cottage, lives Albi, 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 Albi the Racist Dragon.
And getting one of said fifth graders to actually read out the lyrics for the others.
Off you go.
So that was fun. We packed up from there, and I got a ride share from someone that I'd contacted through Craigslist, because I don't value keeping my kidneys. And yeah, Brandy essentially drove me all the way from Portland down to LA. While I prayed that I wouldn't wind up being told to moisturise at the bottom of a well. But we got there. We got to LA. I arrived in LA with $2.30 and nowhere to stay. So it was an interesting day on Venice Beach. I met a bunch of random comedians who were trying to perform down there, and they invited me to an open mic night. So rather than doing the sensible thing and calling home and trying to get in touch with my parents to get some money, I took a bus ride out to the comedy night. Except the bus didn't drop me off by the comedy night. It dropped me in the middle of LA's worst Hispanic gangland. So that was quite entertaining. Walk into a comedy night with a pack on my back heavier than I weigh, Tammy the T-Rex under one arm, my ukulele under the other, walk into a comedy night through guys who were showing me gang signs. Fun times. Had an awesome time at Dangerfield 3 with the guys there doing their open mic stuff, who very generously pitched in and gave me $11 so I could get something to eat. And then I decided that the best option was to try and sleep somewhere in a park, which I did. It turns out I camped right on the edge of a golf course in the Hollywood Hills, and even decided to try and make a video for you.
Okay, here we are.
This is camp for the night. So, that's how dedicated I am to comedy, folks. Dedicated. But anyway, after all of that, I wandered out of the Hollywood Hills, walked into a Starbucks covered in sticks and leaves and shit, used $2 to buy a coffee, and jumped online to discover everything was sorted. All the money from Australia had transferred through. My folks had sent me some money. Things were golden. Also found that there was a hostel really close by that I could check into, and that's where we are now. So obviously after cleaning and showering for the first time in 3 days, I did what everyone does in Hollywood. I went out, got sunburnt, and walked the streets. Well, we made it to Hollywood Boulevard without being stabbed. Oh yeah! Da-da. Someone I don't know, someone else I don't know. Random people coming towards me weirdly. Sex shop. Anyway, I'm settling in here for the next few days. I think it's been adventurous enough. So I'm going to settle in here and probably write for the next 3 or 4 days leading up to the big gig on Sunday night, and before I fly out to Louisiana on Monday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, settle in. And I say write, what I probably really mean is sit in coffee shops and look wistfully out into the middle distance.